everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Jasmine and I'm going to be showing you how I made this vegan and gluten-free flatbread. I'm currently sitting on my office floor filming this intro, so I don't know if you can actually, I guess you can tell, right? If you guys know our house, you can tell. But anyways, that is not important. Today, it's all about this flatbread, and I am so excited for you to try it. It requires just a few simple ingredients. It is so easy to put together. And honestly, I was really impressed by this recipe because it is not hard and it is not gummy, but it's gluten-free. So I have a hard time with gluten-free bread sometimes because it is a science, and I have had many failures when it comes to gluten-free bread. I will show you a photo on the screen. I tried making gluten-free sandwich bread a couple weeks ago and I gave up because of that. I still have a lot of learning to do. I have a lot of experimenting to do. But in the meantime, I am using Bob's Red Mill gluten-free flour blend. So this is their 1-to-1 baking flour, and it is a mix of different gluten-free flours, and it works really well in this flatbread. When it comes to gluten-free, you're gonna have to do a bunch of experimenting, but for this recipe, I did the experimenting for you, and we have the perfect vegan and gluten-free flatbread. So shout out to Bob's Red Mill for sponsoring this video, and shout out to them for their gluten-free goods. Not only do they have gluten-free blends, but they also have individual gluten-free flours. So I personally don't have any sensitivities to gluten, but a lot of you always ask if we can do gluten-free recipes, and I'm really excited for you to try this one out. And another thing I want to mention is Bob's Red Mill actually has a dedicated gluten-free facility. You can actually visit the Bob's Red Mill facility. I've actually been myself. It was really cool to see everything, and I learned a lot. Right now, I don't think they're having tours because of everything that's going on, but in the future, I would definitely recommend you go and visit. And you can maybe meet Bob, which we saw Bob when we were there. It was really cool to see him in person and meet him. My friend Heather took a picture with him. It was like her seeing a Disneyland character. Like, that's how excited she was. I'm gonna put the photo on the screen because it was just the best. She was so happy. But anyways, if you want to check out Bob's Red Mill, I will link them down below. And if you want to check out this recipe, I will also link the recipe down below as well. Our recipe was adapted from a tasty recipe, so I can link their video down below as well. I feel like I said link down below too many times. Anyways, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. And let's just dive into this before I keep saying down below. I'm starting with some unsweetened vegan yogurt. This is a cashew yogurt, but you can really use any unsweetened yogurt of your choice, along with some olive oil. Then I'm going to mix this together until everything is well combined, nice and uniform. And then I'm going to grab my flour. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm using the gluten-free 1-to-1 baking flour from Bob's Red Mill, which is great for quick breads. So I'm going to be adding that into the bowl, along with some baking powder and some salt. Then I'm going to mix this together until everything is nice and uniform, and the goal here is to get a nice and soft dough. So we're going to add more flour as needed in order to reach that consistency. And I like to use floured hands to mix the dough together. I feel like it comes together much easier. The goal here is to have a dough that doesn't stick to the sides of the bowl and that doesn't stick to your hands. Very similar to a bread dough or a gluten dough if you have made a gluten bread before. So I'm just going to continue mixing it, continue adding flour about 1/2 tablespoon at a time until a soft and smooth dough forms. Next, I am going to flour a clean working surface with that gluten-free flour until it is fully coated. And I divided the dough into 8 balls, and I'm going to just roll this out with a floured rolling pin. You can also use a cup if you don't have a rolling pin, or anything that you can use to roll it out. I'm going to roll it out until it is about 1/4 inch thick. You don't want it too thick, but you also don't want it paper thin. I'm going to transfer it onto a heated griddle and cook it for about 1.5 to 2.5 minutes on each side, or until it is nice and browned and cooked through. I like to use this instead of a non-stick pan. I just find that it cooks a lot better, and I just have better results with this pan. So I will link this down below if you want to check it out. As I mentioned in the intro, this dough is very soft, very pliable, and you wouldn't even know it was gluten-free. I am honestly so impressed by how this came out. Shout out to Bob's Red Mill again for their gluten-free flour because I couldn't have done it without them. To dress this flatbread up and to kind of take it to the next level, I like to brush it with garlic infused olive oil and then sprinkle it with some fresh herbs. So here I just have some parsley from our garden, but you could really use whatever herbs you prefer. You can serve this as an appetizer, as a side. It's really great for summer parties and everybody's going to love it. I also wanted to share a few meal ideas with this flatbread in case you were looking for some meals for the week. This is great for meal prep because you can do so many different things with it. So the first one is just some hummus spread over top the warmed flatbread, and then on this I added some roasted red peppers. These are just jarred, but you can also make your own if you prefer. Cucumber, fresh tomatoes that I halved, and then some fresh parsley along with arugula from our garden. And to kind of bring this all together, the final piece is this vegan feta cheese. It's from a brand called Violife. I honestly can't believe it. It is so delicious and it looks so realistic. So this was the final hummus flatbread and it's delicious. Next up, I am taking it to an even further level. Is that the right way to say it? So I'm going to be making some flatbread pizzas, and you can really put whatever you want on this. The one on the left, I'm going to keep it simple. So I just have some marinara sauce, and then I'm going to add on some shredded vegan cheese and some vegan pepperoni. And the next one was requested by Chris. This one has a base of vegan buffalo sauce along with some shredded vegan cheese. And on top of that, I added some vegan chicken. These are just vegan chicken patties that are meant for sandwiches or burgers, but I just cooked it and diced it up and it worked perfectly. And last but not least, I'm going to give it a quick drizzle of some more buffalo sauce. And then I popped this into our toaster oven. You can also use a regular oven as well. Then I topped the buffalo pizza with some vegan ranch dressing and then the other pizza with some fresh parsley. And here are the final flatbreads. So as you saw, not only can you eat this flatbread as is, well, I added a little bit of garlic, olive oil, and parsley as you saw, but I have my creations right here. I don't know if I mentioned this in the intro. I'm currently sitting on my office floor. My kitchen is a mess right now, so I decided just to film in here just so that I don't have to, I have to clean it tonight, but just so I can get this intro done. But I have the buffalo chicken, all vegan. Then I have the pepperoni, and then I have the hummus one. And I wanted to ask you a question. So I keep saying buffalo ranch pizza, and then Chris was laughing at me, and he's like, it's buffalo pizza. But I was like, when you eat buffalo, is it always implied that there's ranch? And he's like, no. So then I was like, I keep saying like. So then I said, so wouldn't it be a buffalo ranch pizza? I don't know. I have no idea. You tell me, but he thought it was hilarious. I did not understand why he was laughing. But anyways, so I have these three creations. I'm actually going to be eating this for dinner tonight, which I'm super excited about. You can warm these up on the grill as well, which would make them nice and crispy. It would be very delicious. And yeah, it'd be something you could do because it's summertime. So again, thank you to Bob's Red Mill for sponsoring this video. I will link their links down below, and I will link the recipe for this flatbread as well. Thank you so much to all of you who made it to the end of this video and who watched this and who try out this recipe. I really hope you enjoy it. My name is Jasmine, as I mentioned. I feel like my voice is getting lower and lower. Yeah, what was I saying? I think I'm just gonna end the video here. Thank you for watching. Love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.